Hello, and you're watching the BRIT Live. I'm Meg McGrady.
I'm Sinead Barton.
And I'm Luke Martin. In this brand new show, you'll get to see just some of the talent across the departments, as well as what life is really like here at the BRIT School.
It's being broadcast live from our studio one Friday of every month. We'll have loads of videos from all around the school and some amazing performances, plus some very special guests.
Well, on today's show,
We'll be looking at what makes the dance department's unique production of The Curious Incident different from its other versions.
theatre students stand up for what they believe in this year's Common Ground.
Janine looks at the individual styles of fashion from around the building.
I'll be joined by special guest, international singer and broadcaster Gillian Humphreys.
And an amazing musical performance from Rachel Chinariri.
But first, celebrating BRIT Silver, the alumni are back to perform in a very special Common Ground.
Tonight we're at the BRIT Theatre, where we're welcoming back lots of ex-BRIT students for a production of Common Ground, which is made up of lots of different shows that have been put together at BRIT over the years. And this year it's being put on especially for BRIT Silver.
I feel the shadows hanging over, but wait, now come closer to come and take me away. And I can feel my heart skip every time that I slip. I wanna run away.
It's incredibly emotional having people back from the last 15 years of the Common Ground season. I've worked at the school for 12 years, so not every year of Common Ground, but a significant number of them. Everyone who performed tonight I have taught, apart from one, Sarah Goodall, who is the Assistant Director of the Theatre Department and was here before my time. But yeah, it's very inspiring, it's quite emotional, but I think overwhelmingly it just makes you realise what an important place the school is and how people feel incredibly invested and want to come back.
When I come back, I feel like it's the same, just different students. And obviously, I've had friends in media, art, musical theatre, but everyone still feels like everyone's a family.
A family.
And that's so important here, especially at the BRIT School, because everyone is from different backgrounds, and it's nice to just be in the same place.
And the fact that it's free,
It's free.
to go
It's free.
makes it accessible. It makes it allows you to kind of go, do you know what? I want to pursue something. I'm not sure. I want to be in the creative industry. Let me apply.
It's not just theatre students that get involved, it's TTA. We had dance helping out on some shows at times. It's like the whole school coming together, really.
There's a lot of fundraising going on for the school, keeping these facilities open and for like the local community and further communities, for people who may not be able to just go to a fee-paying drama school or whatever. So I think it's a celebration of that.
And also a celebration of opportunity as well. I think I'm big on opportunity, because if you don't have opportunity, how are you able to grow and explore?
What a fantastic way to start the show. And it's great to see so many alumni back in to take part, and some very heartwarming messages from those who couldn't make it.
Next up, we're going over to the dance, where they've been performing The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night Time, but with a twist on the 2012 show. Let's have a look.
The show's called The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night Time, and it's about a 15-year-old kid who basically he's very uptight, and he loves maths, and his favourite dog died, like he got murdered, and so he's kind of on a murder mystery, like finding out who killed the dog. And on the way I don't want to spoil it, but he finds out a few things about his family, and it's just a big adventure.
Mother had not had a heart attack. Mother had not died. Mother had been alive all this time and Father had lied about this. I tried really hard to think if there was any other explanation, but I couldn't think of one.
So the show is based on a book and the play, The Curious Incident of Night, and ours is different because we sort of, obviously we're doing it through dance, but we do have speech as well, but we're really trying to do all the gestures and trying to see I don't know how Chris might move or react to other things, and a lot of the dances actually, we're all sort of being him in a way, so we're all acting up all the things we would do and reacting to all the noise and stuff.
So I went and found the secret key that we kept underneath the flower behind the kitchen door. I let myself into the house and carried on with the aeroplane model I was building. An hour and a half later, Father came home from work. He knocked on the door of my room and opened it and asked whether I'd seen Mummy. I said I hadn't seen her, and he went downstairs and started making some phone calls. I did not hear what he was saying. Then he came up to my room and said he was going to go out somewhere, and he wasn't sure how long he would be. He was away for 2.5 hours. When he came back, I found him sitting in the kitchen staring out of the back window. Father said, "I'm afraid you won't be seeing your mother for a while." He didn't look at me when he said this. He kept on looking through the window.
Good. How long's this been in preparation? Since about September.
September, October, November, December, January, February.
So about
6, 7
yeah.
months.
Yeah. Quite as long time.
Wait, has it?
Yeah, it's been like 20 months.
Well, time flies when you're having fun.
Also, it's mainly contemporary.
Yeah. Also, the actual show of The Curious Incident doesn't actually have dance in it.
Yeah,
but it's more
physical
physical theatre, so we had to like try and create pieces that fit with the story.
Cool. Do you want to say anything to people who might want to come see it?
Come and watch it!
Come and watch it because
it's worth it. And we spent all this time. Boom! Right, yeah.
A very unique production by Dance.
And so impressive they were able to condense it all into just 1 hour.
Now, as part of the BRIT School's collaboration with Apple, music students were performing at the Apple Store on Regent Street, along with the interactive digital design students who sketched them on iPad Pros as they sang.
I've seen this one all over Instagram, so let's have a look.
So today, Apple Store, Regent Street, it's a collaboration between two strands and Apple itself.
To do this thing called Artist Duos. And basically what we've got is acoustic musicians playing live and students from IDD. They're basically sketching us with an iPad Pro and an Apple Pencil.
How do you feel about performing here on Regent Street?
Man, it's great, isn't it? Like, because the crowd's like, they're all watching, but they all got to do their shopping at the same time. So it's just you can get away with being, not too like, right, everyone's on my eyes. But at the same time, you can do everything. It's nice. It's nice to have people around as well. And also because, like, whether they like it or not, if they're in the store, they have to hear you.
It's really good, actually. The setup's great. I kind of like the way you're kind of down here on the floor, kind of in with everyone else. People are kind of quite close range. It feels quite intimate, quite personal, and as well, like the sound and everything is really good.
And what do you think about Apple giving so much new tech to the school?
You know what? I think it's just the most amazing thing ever, basically. Like Apple are obviously, they do so much sort of media related, arts related kind of stuff. So like, for example, in music production, I use a Mac, everyone uses a Mac basically, and it's so great that they've given us these tools to be able to expand further on, it gives the artists their freedom in terms of what they want to do and what they can.
Of course, along with that performance at Regent Street, we were very excited to welcome Apple CEO Tim Cook into the school a few weeks ago, where he was shown how the technology is being used across the departments, which hopefully we'll be able to take a look at in a bit more detail in future shows.
Next up, we're going over to the theatre department for their annual Common Ground show. This year, it's been all about standing up for what you believe in.
Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives. Tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel? Who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder? Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural.
I'm standing up. I'm standing up for the people.
I'm standing up against Mike Pence and all the supporters of gay conversion therapy. I'm standing up against oppression. Governments that target and kill their own people.
I'm standing up against Rock Turner and all other perpetrators of sexual assault.
I'm standing up for Ian Till and every victim of police brutality ever since.
I'm standing up against government cuts to the NHS.
I'm standing up against female genital mutilation.
I'm standing up against homophobia and the vilification of Muslims everywhere.
How long has it taken to prepare? It's taken us a good few weeks, but like we've got kind of our scripted thing, it's just been like really hectic, but it's a really important piece.
And how do you think it went tonight?
Amazing. I didn't expect that reaction at all. The ending is because we were all leaving like soonish. These are our last shows, so it's kind of emotional. I think it went amazingly. I think we gave the message to the audience. I think people were brought to tears and shows the emotional side of the piece. I feel like we've done our job as actors.
So the main messages of the show are that women are powerful. Men don't always have to be powerful.
It's about not being silent. It's about giving people a voice and using your own voice to spread something positive. So if someone's oppressing you or pushing you down, you stand up against them and you show what you believe in. Like, it's about what you believe in as a person, what you want to stand up for, along with other things that are going on in the news at the time and everything else. The main message of the show is to stand up for what you believe in, standing up for what you believe in.
Stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for what you believe in. That's the message.
Fantastic piece by theatre. The problems are so reflective of today's society.
Scarily so. Now it's time for the part of the show delving right into the depths of the life here at the BRIT School.
It is, of course, the style segment, where we'll be looking at fashion from around the campus. What word describes it best?
Different.
Unique.
Out there.
That's 2 words.
Well, anyways, here's Janine.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Gillian here, and today you're watching the Style segment. Today we're going to be going around BRIT School talking to different students about what they're wearing and where they're getting inspiration from. So let's get in, let's go.
I'm wearing actually all Zara. Yeah. So this is Zara, this is Zara, this is Zara.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it. Cartier.
Where do you get inspo from when you're finding something to wear like every day?
My inspiration comes from a lot of celebrities. So like Kendall, Kylie Jenner, Instagram mainly.
So this is from Profound Aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's basically like an American brand that hit me up through Tumblr. And to promote them, they gave me this for free, so that's
promotion and that. Cheese.
Love that. Not gonna lie, these jeans are from H&M, but I customized them.
Yeah, cool.
And then the J's on my feet.
Hey, J's on your feet. Hey. What are you wearing and where'd you get your inspo from?
I actually get my inspiration from him. It's a bit mad. Got these from H&M.
Yeah.
Got these from H&M.
Yeah.
I got this from Forever 21.
And
I got this.
That's really nice.
I don't know where I got it from.
Like that.
I mean, I'm kind of like the whole skater thing at the moment, so my bands are kind of inspo from skate stuff, and this is kind of like the motocross kind of thing, which is like old school Disney kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Basic camo trouser.
Cool. Yeah, we're just going to talk about what you're wearing. I like this like Puma kind of like sporty kind of look. So like, where'd you get your inspo from? And like,
literally Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you get your inspiration from?
Well, I'm from Africa and the Caribbean, so I like to have that influencing my dress.
Yeah.
You know, I like to dress like a militant, like I'm fighting for something, because you know, black people have it hard still in this world to be fighting. Yeah.
I feel like it gets more diverse the older you get.
Yeah.
Like the first year of BRIT, everyone was trying to be the same.
Yeah.
But now, I feel like in post-16, no one cares.
Yeah.
Everyone
does their own thing.
Everyone does their own thing. And as soon as you see someone copy someone else, you're like,
I go like Brick Lane like every Saturday.
Yeah.
When I walk around, this is what people look like.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what?
I look at people like Chanel and Christian Dior, and I really admire their simplicity. I think if you've got the energy to be yourself,
Yeah.
and like take on other people's like ideas,
Yeah.
and style your outfit really well, like honestly, as you would,
Yeah.
and not care about what people are thinking, then you've got a good outfit.
That's all for the style segment. As you can see, there's a hell of a lot of diverse people around BRIT, and they've just brought you into their inspiration. Go and look it up, whatever, do your thing. I've been Janine. And that's a wrap, obviously. That's a wrap.
Nature of the school and essentially how chilled the atmosphere is. But now please welcome to the show international singer and broadcaster as well as creator of the Concordia Foundation, Gillian Humphreys, OBE. Thank you very much for joining us. What do you think of the school so far?
Well, I'm overwhelmed. I can't believe all these wonderful young people here and what a campus you have. You know, we come from the centre of London and we came out on the train and then I've been overwhelmed. And it's taken me back to when I started all those years ago because I was the same age as many of you. And it's very, very exciting. You're covering such a wide spectrum of music and art and design and then, of course, film, which is our future.
Could you perhaps talk us through your career and how you got into the music industry?
Well, it was very exciting. I think my whole life has been serendipity, really, because I come from a small Welsh village and it seemed that everybody sang, everybody was involved in music. But suddenly I was really quite shy at the time and not sure of myself as being an artist at all. So my school put me in for a scholarship and I went to the Royal Academy of Music in London. And I was still, was doing opera with a very famous opera singer called Dame Eva Turner. And I'm talking now 50 years ago. So all of you here, this is really quite exciting for me to be with you because it just seems like yesterday. But in the first year, I knew that I needed to go and have much more experience of auditioning. So my singing teacher, Eva, she put me in at Drury Lane for every audition that came up, just to get me overwhelmed. I couldn't sing in English. I sang in every language you could think of, not in English. Anyway, I got a job straight away in the West End of London at Her Majesty's Theatre. Wow. And what was wonderful about the Royal Academy, they gave me a leave of absence for a year, so I could go from Her Majesty's Theatre for 6 months with a Canadian company, Stratford, Ontario, Shakespeare Company, and then we went straight over to Hollywood. So I was there at the age of 19, and I learned then that really in America, it taught me that really if you work hard enough, you can achieve, and if you've got talent, but you need the balance of the two. I then went back to the academy. From there, I went into the opera world, and I joined the Doyle Cart as the principal opera singer, and then toured the world.
Wow.
It was very exciting. And then I got into broadcasting, the BBC, I had my own programme. And I also had a theatre company because I really believe that it isn't just you, it's your team. And you have a wonderful team I've seen today. And it was a team effort that then I started a company called the Concordia Theatre Company. We went around the world on ships for the world cruises, doing lectures, theatre, opera, and then every time we overnighted, being girls, I think we always look outside the box. And then I started doing embassy concerts. And that really changed my life because it started then me looking out into the countries and to want to build a bridge through music and all forms of art. We can bring the world into a peaceful place.
You are, of course, the creator of the Concordia Foundation and were awarded an OBE in 2014 for your charity work.
Thank you.
How does it help young people trying to get into music?
Well, you see, I'm really interested in all of you, and I remember very carefully about the opportunities I was given, but also remember the opportunities I missed because I didn't have a mentor. And you have people who advise you, but having somebody who really is very keen and interested in you personally, because we're all so different and so sensitive. And I started the theatre company just by chance. I took a Shakespeare programme over to Romania. Ceausescu had fallen, and one of the books he didn't burn or Shakespeare. And I was able to get into doing some wonderful things. I took young people with me, because I think it's very important that we are all different generations, and I took people from the Royal Academy. But when I was there, Mother Teresa heard of my work, because we went into the orphanages with a play group called Young Audiences. And from there, that really changed my life, because she said, you know, doctors heal the body, but it's music and the arts that uplift the spirit. That gave me the strength. You know, I'm just coming from a very simple background, but it gave me the strength to say, we can do it. And that's what I feel today. I felt very clearly that you can all do it here.
And finally, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Well, looking back, now, because I'm doing archives and looking at all the stuff that we've got with the foundation and my own personal career, I think that really I wish I'd had more confidence. I wish that very often I didn't take opportunities because I thought, oh, I'm not ready yet. You know your inner voice is the one you must listen to all the time, but you have fantastic teaching here, which you must listen to. But for me, I think that with the talent I had and the opportunities I had, I think I actually took up the banner every time, because it took me worldwide. I've been able to perform. I've been able to give opportunities like John Wilson now, who is the conductor of the, all the big shows on the proms. He sells out immediately. Yeah. He was one of our first people. And I think that myself, looking back, how lucky I was. And I just wish at the very beginning, I wish I had a little more confidence in myself instead of always giving it away and thinking, oh, that person's much better than me. But now I see, like in the world of Concordia, I see that all that is there. And that's where it is. And it's listening to your inner voice, but also listening to a very strong team of people and listening to the future. And you've got it all here. I'm very, very excited what I've seen today.
That's good.
Yes. And thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us. It's been an honour to meet you.
Oh, thank you.
Next up, we've got more industry experts as we head over to the BRIT Theatre, where a panel have come in to inspire some of the young music students and give them a bit of advice.
Can you describe what's been going on today?
There was a panel of industry professionals telling us about the life in the industry and how it can be difficult but also easy. They were quite contradictory at times. Yeah.
And what have you learned from it?
Honestly, the importance of networking. A big thing that they emphasised was more so the importance of hard work, putting in effort, but also just getting out and meeting people within the industry and making connections with them, because ultimately that's what's going to get you noticed by higher ups.
First of all, what is it like to be here speaking to young people trying to get into the industry?
It's good, because when I was young, there were never any things like this that kind of allowed me to see people who had jobs. The industry felt like a big metallic wall that you had to have these special powers to get into. So it's nice to actually have a job that is a passion, and I want to kind of remind people that it exists, and you can do that. So yeah, I loved coming to BRIT School. It's legendary as well, isn't it? So.
What did you learn from today?
I learned that it's still pretty sexist in the music industry, and they're not very pleasant to women on tour buses. And we all gave a big round of applause to a woman that got quite frustrated at her own description of the sexism in the music industry. So that was fun.
And how do you think that the school helps to get people in?
Into the industry? By encouraging people with a talent to kind of focus on that. I don't know massive amounts of what happens day to day, but I do know some incredibly talented people that have come from here, and the things that they've said is that the BRIT School allowed them to feel confident. It allowed them to kind of develop things that they were okay at into being brilliant at. So I think that's a really important part of development.
And have you sort of thought about a pathway of getting into the industry?
To be honest, I've done what they actually didn't condone very much, which was I've just done my whole social media marketing thing, and that seems to be working pretty well so far, so hopefully that will get me further in the industry.
Well, that's it for today's show, but don't forget you can tweet about it using the hashtag BritLive. Never do that again.
Yes, agreed. Finally, we've got Rachel Chunariri performing her own song, So My Darling. Thank you very much for watching.
See you next time and enjoy.
You'll never know how much I love you. I fall in love with you more every single day. I love you.
So I hope that our memories stay. And just know that whatever you do, I hope you love me too.
Another day goes by where I don't think about you.
And my heart beats, stuck in the days of our thoughts, and watching me grow to be new. I hope you love me too. So my darling, so my darling, so my darling. When our hairs are turning grey, won't even remember our younger days. So my darling, my baby, my boo. You are my best friend. You are my best friend. And remember, I'll always love you. And I love you. And I love you. Remember the first day we met, it was you talking to Miss, and I came and saved you. Then our friendship just suddenly grew. Started talking and then it all blew. Then we went on our separate ways. Felt really empty and everything changed. We reunited, it felt just the same. Now we love in a different way. And so my darling, so my darling, so my darling. When our hairs are turning grey, won't even remember our younger days. So my darling, baby, my boo. You are my best friend. You are my best friend. Remember, I'll always love you. Ooh, da da da. Wa da 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 da. Ooh, da 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 da. Always love you.
2016. I got home on such a good day.
And I love you. So my darling, so my darling, so my darling. When our hairs are turning grey, won't even remember our younger days. So my darling, my baby, my boo. You are my best friend.
You're the best thing that's ever.
You are my best friend. Remember, I'll always love you. Always love you. And I love you. So my darling, so my darling, so my darling. When our hairs are turning grey, won't even remember our younger days. So my darling, my baby, my boo. You are my best friend. You are my best friend. Remember, I'll always love you.